Hi everyone, and welcome to The Path to Reason. I'm your host, Cindy Plaza, and tonight we were supposed to have the Sassy Heathen as a co-host, and unfortunately she couldn't be here. So we're going to talk about the original topic, is Trump God? And we'll have this chat with the Sassy Heathen probably next week. So I wanted to have this topic because it comes from a discussion on a forum called rationalskepticism.org, and someone named Sibas said something that struck me, and I wanted to talk about it tonight. He said that basically, if you look at the God from the Old Testament, basically he is the same as Donald Trump, and maybe, just maybe, this could explain how he still has the evangelist votes, even though he's on his third wife. He cheated on all of them. He hired or slept with porn stars. He can't handle a Bible right. He doesn't know anything about what's in it. He never read it. And his behavior is the exact opposite of what's taught in the New Testament. However, if you look at the Old Testament, this devotion to him starts making sense. So let's get into it. So first of all, in the first verses of Genesis, says that God created everything, and that's funny because when you hear Trump speaking, he basically did everything good during his mandate. Everything good that happened thanks to him, and that's kind of the same level of bragging we see. On one hand, we have a God that has been created by humans to explain everything, and on the other side, we have a guy who pretends he does that everything good happens under him is because of him. And on the other hand, he takes zero responsibility for anything wrong that happens under his lead. And that's the same as what happens with Christianity. When you talk to Christians, everything good happens thanks to God, and everything bad happens because of the devil. And that's kind of the same thinking, you know. You want someone who you can credit for everything good, and this God is that person, if we can call it a person. And Trump is the same. For example, God supposedly eradicated evil after the flood. Well, that was the point of the flood: eradicating evil and saving only the best people. And what happened after? Then evil came back. So where did it come from? Well, same thing happened with Trump. He pretended that he is the best friend of black people since Lincoln. He saved the American people from the coronavirus, even though there are now at around 220 something thousand dead people. He pretends he brought good air and good water in his country, when in fact he removed all the limitations on the companies that allowed them to pollute. It's basically the same. He pretends he eradicates evil everywhere he goes, just like God. It's uh, God is also all powerful. Uh, there's been a shift in apologists recently to say that he's maximally powerful. There's no really difference. And when you hear Trump talking, he's basically the same. He is the most powerful person on the planet. When you listen to him, he is stronger than everyone, smarter than everyone. He's in every single speech he says that he's the best at something, and that's the same mentality behind this. It's just we need a powerful figure to appeal to and to lead us, and the religious mentality is it's exactly that. It's we need a source of information that contains all information, and God is supposedly omniscient, omnipotent, omni everything, and that's because this way you can never be wrong. And God is Trump. Trump is never wrong according to him. He knows better than scientists. He knows better than everyone. Yesterday in the debate, he claimed he knew better about. I think it was solar panels or windmills better than Biden when he clearly doesn't know anything about it. He claims that windmills kill birds by the thousands of millions, and it's definitely not true. So we have the same mentality here, where someone thinks they need to be the source of information in order to be respected, and that's when we come to the next point. The goal of the Old Testament is the most jealous and the most obsessive and the most self-important figure in the entire Bible. And Trump is exactly the same. He needs reverence all the time. He complains when someone doesn't praise him. At the beginning of the coronavirus, he crushed governors that didn't praise him because he didn't do nothing to help them. He let them be in competition one against the other. All the states were in competition to get some ventilators. He needs praise all the time, and that shows insecurity like nothing else. And the God of the Bible is the same. He needs the Jews to worship him all the time. The first three commandments in the Ten Commandments are just how to worship him, and out of 10, that's just, it wreaks insecurity like crazy. So why is it that Trump looks like so much like God of the Old Testament? Because it seems that Christians need to appeal to an authority source. When you debate with them, they always go to an authority to get their knowledge from, instead of sometimes thinking by themselves and looking for evidence. They just, intellectually, they're built that way. They just go to an authority source. And Trump behaves the same, and maybe that's the reason why he's been so popular among televangelist voters. And that's kind of scary, because regardless of how many people the God of the Old Testament killed, and no matter how many people Trump killed by his inefficacy and his lenience on the management of the coronavirus, no matter what, as soon as they are seen as a source of authority, they will be trusted. And that's what happens with Trump. His base is just can't be moved. They can't be swayed. They can't be persuaded. They can't be reasoned with. Just like some Christians who are convinced that God is the only source of information or morality or knowledge or anything, and that's dangerous, because you cannot see the information that's in front of you if you think the knowledge can only come from a specific source. And again, that's very dangerous. So hi Pikachu, thanks for being here. Yeah, so she doesn't believe in gay marriage. So that's an interesting topic. Let me address the news of the week regarding Catholicism. So the Pope declared that it was okay for him and for Catholics to allow gay people to have a civil union. So on the first look, it seems to be a positive thing. I've read a lot of people saying, "Oh, now they're open to this, and that's a good thing." And then the parallel is brought with Amy Coney Barrett, the U.S. Supreme Court nominee for the GOP, who doesn't want any gay marriage. And there seems to be a difference between the two of them, and it's not inconsistent for her to refuse gay marriage. It's not inconsistent with the Pope's position, and I'll explain why. During the debates before France voted the gay marriage in 2012, this argument came up a lot by the right, and especially the Christian right. The argument was, let them have their civil union, because France already had a civil union since the early 2000s. So let them have their civil union, and let us keep our marriage to ourselves. Marriage is an institution, blah, 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 men and women, blah, 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 procreation, blah, blah, blah. And this position was the exact same as the one we saw in the US in the 50s, where there was this separate but equal slogan, where the exact same speech was having regarding Black people. Let them have bathrooms like us, but the same as us, but separate. Not, we don't want to share them with them, but just give them theirs, and we'll keep ours. I have in mind this picture of two bathroom sets. One was tagged white, and the other one was black, and you see the goal of this was to obviously to offer the same service to Black people, but separately and as cheap as possible. And that's the same idea here. It's the same idea, and so don't be fooled by what the Pope said. I don't think it's an improvement. On the contrary, it's a trick to keep marriage to non-gay people and to put gay people on the side and to give them what they want or what the Pope thinks they want by pretending they're equal but separate. So that's how I see it, and maybe I'm biased because of what I saw in France, but I don't see the Pope accepting marriage, legal religious marriage for gay people anytime soon. And the reason why he accepted this civil union is maybe because he knows that will never happen, and he just gives them, you know, like giving the some crumbs to your dog or your cat because you finished eating. You know, I don't think it's the same. I don't think it's a progress. I think it's a trick. So that's it for today. I think we covered pretty much the Trump is good question. I watched yesterday's debate and it was kind of interesting. I'm preparing a review of this debate, not on the political side, not on the fact-checking side, but on the argument side, because I see journalists do some fact-checking, and that's important. But I've seen no one address the arguments used, especially by Trump, and I think that will be revealing, showing all the fallacies he's using and the very small-minded reasoning he uses. I think that's very important. So stay tuned. Probably next week on not on my show but on someone else's show. I will try to do this with someone else, and I think that will be worth watching because there were a lot of fallacies used yesterday, and we'll see about that. Later tonight, I will have the pleasure to interview Macy Faye, writer and LGBTQ member. She's also an atheist. So I have an interview with her in 6 hours. We'll be late here, but different time zones. And so thanks everyone for watching. Hi, Abraham Perkins. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe. Please share. Please do everything you can. On the next videos, I will have an outro in which I will share my Amazon wish lists. I need to improve the camera. I need to improve the light. I need some books to educate myself. So if you want to help, that will be the way. So have a good night, everyone.